Mr. Pearson, welcome. This is pretty wild. What's top of mind for you tonight?
Well, it's been a tragic couple of days. There's also some poignancy in it for me because I could have probably predicted eventually that something like this would have happened because of some of the policies that prior administrations had undertaken. So obviously, just like everyone else, my hearts and sympathies go out to family members of these folks that lost their loved ones. That's the main thing, and I guess the secondary thought is this needs to stop. We need to focus on treating the disease, not the symptoms, and we need to do what's right for the flying public and stop the games with DEI wokeness. And no one cares what color you are, what color a pilot is. People want a safe flight. No one cares what color a controller is. No one cares what color a surgeon is. If my child needs pediatric neurosurgery, I want Ben Carson. I want the best surgeon possible. All normal, rational thinking human beings feel this way. It's not a partisan issue.
Yeah, no, totally. Hey, about the policies, what policies led to a situation where there was one controller on duty in that tower when there should have been two? My understanding is the one controller was handling helicopters and fixed wing, taking off and landing. There should have been two. One was let go early. They're chronically understaffed. What brought about that problem? I mean, woke is bad, but it's probably not just woke, or maybe it is, it's funding. What is it? What happened?
It's not funding, and it's not traffic. We have less airplane operations now than we did on 9/11. We had approximately 30 million a year. We're about 29 to 30 million a year. When I hear people talk about the traffic or the quantity of airplanes, that's at best a red herring, and worse, maybe an excuse. And it's not funding. The FAA has had billions of dollars poured in. The equipment they have, and Reagan is the same elsewhere, is top line. Of course, we can do better. We can improve the system, but it's not that. It's the human element. And it's going to take a while. I don't know if you have long enough. One of the things I hesitate to do going on these shows is I can tell you exactly what occurred, but I can't do it in a minute. And if you have a few minutes for me to explain, I'd be happy to educate you, frankly, and your audience about what actually causes tragedy. And by the way, I'll cut right to the chase. This was not the helicopter's fault. This was 100% air traffic error, and I can explain why. It's a different subject matter, but it definitely ties into DEI. And not DEI, not the race or gender of the air traffic controller. No one feels worse about this than that person, a human being, that had this happen to them when they were working the local control position at Reagan. It has to do with the DEI policy started during the Obama years. 2011, 2012, 2013, there was a program that's still operable, but it's called the Air Traffic Controller Training Initiative, that offloaded the training costs and, quite frankly, some of the quality of the training to 36 colleges and universities across the country. Arizona State's one, Purdue's another, Hampton University, a traditionally black college, is another. University of Puerto Rico, traditionally Hispanic, another. Baltimore Community College. The racial demographic of that school is largely minority, African American. It was a very good program, but you had a group within the FAA called the National Black Coalition of Federal Aviation Employees, NBCFAA, that felt there were too many whites doing the job. And it's a very high-paying job. For the congressmen and senators that may be watching this, controllers make more money than you. So it's a good career. It's a good field. However, for racial animus reasons and to gerrymander the way the controller workforce looked, social engineering at its finest, the Obama administration decided that they were going to wipe out a list of 2,500 to 3,000 well-trained, very diverse, by the way, population of air traffic controllers.